Hi, welcome back to another episode of Girls, 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 and today I'm being joined by
Jacquelyn Cyr.
So I guess give a brief introduction of yourself. What's your name? What do you do?
Sure, my name is Jacquelyn Cyr. I run a management consulting firm called JC+CO Growth Accelerants, and we do high growth strategy for ambitious entrepreneurs, founders, and high growth businesses.
Nice, it's really cool. So we can move on to the questions.
All right.
First one, if you were an ice cream flavor, what would you be and why?
Oh my God. Okay. I'm definitely going to be mint chocolate chip because I'm very refreshing and a little bit weird.
It is. It's like it's one of those strange combinations of like foods, like fries and ice cream. But
So good.
It's really good. So the more serious question: what is the best and worst part about being a girl, in your opinion?
Okay. Well, I mean, like everything is the best about being a girl. Pro girl. So the best part about being a woman in business for sure, I think, is that you find really amazing networks of like-minded women, really smart, super ambitious, and when you find these networks, you tend to get a lot of collaboration and a lot of support through that. In terms of building everyone towards the next level that they're trying to get towards. And I think the toughest part, as I will say, as someone who worked in business services and continues to work in business services for many years, is when people book meetings with you and they're actually secret date meetings. And that's what I call them.
God.
It is not cool. So I think that's one of the frustrating things that women still come across in business all the time, when you think you're being taken seriously, really professionally, and sometimes it's not perceived that way.
Oh,
on the
that
other
actually
end.
sucks.
It's so enraging.
No,
Yeah.
it's like,
I have a zero tolerance on date meetings.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Things happen. Just push through. Yeah.
So, what is your definition of success, and do you think you've achieved it?
Yeah, okay. So, well, I hope I haven't achieved it yet. I think this is the same to me as when people call themselves experts. I don't love that either. I always think, I always want to be learning. I always want to be improving. And if I believe I've achieved all there is to achieve, there's nothing else to chase. So I'm very motivated by learning, and that's a really important thing for me. But I think from a success perspective, the kind of things that I look to achieve are really around, am I able to have control over my decisions? Can I say yes to things that I want to say yes to? Can I say no to things that I don't want to do? And that to me is the most important reason for being an entrepreneur. I always describe it as I have a significant don't boss me problem. So I don't like being told what to do, and I like having control of my own decision making.
Yeah.
And that's for sure a piece of success for me.
And I think it's also with like the whole growth mindset thing going on right now. Like everyone's like,
yeah.
There's always like room for improvement, and you've never really like reached the finish line because it's always just.
There's always more to learn.
Yeah.
It's very motivating.
So, who or what inspires you?
What inspires me? I think data inspires me. I'm weird and super nerdy. I think what inspires me really is huge. I mean, entrepreneurs inspire me. I work mostly with founders, and I love seeing people who can create beautiful things. I love helping them figure out how to build it and scale it and make it a profitable business and like take it to the next level. And, seeing people who had a really interesting vision or creative way of thinking about a problem going, I think I have a solution, but I don't exactly know how to make this into a really successful business. And like working with those people is so satisfying and so rewarding. So that absolutely is a core motivator for me. That piece of being able to transform things with people is super motivating and inspiring for me. Getting to be creative in your work, and I think about that on both the qualitative side and the quantitative side. Looking at things as puzzles and problems to solve is very fun and inspiring for me. The people I work with and the work that I do.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah.
So, what is your biggest regret?
Okay, well, I I am one of those people who goes around being like, you can't regret anything, and it sounds cliche, but it is true. All things are lessons. I think probably the hardest lessons I've had to take in are around being too nice, which is a total problem. But you fight myself on it all the time, where, you know, you try to go the extra mile and help people more than you should probably. And then sometimes that doesn't work out, but you know, other times it does. So you just have to learn the lessons of like, what parameters do you put in place to make sure to protect yourself as much as possible from things like that. And I think that those are really only things you can learn through experience, because those are huge lessons to learn. So I can't really say I regret them, because that's what makes me, you know, the dragon lady I am today. I think they're important, but the toughest ones for sure.
Definitely.
Yeah,
I have like a problem with saying no. As well.
Just like, oh, I'll help you.
Like,
don't worry.
She's like,
it's
can you run across the room to get me this? Like,
for sure,
okay.
for sure. Yeah.
So, what is your proudest achievement?
Proudest achievement, I guess number one is my 3 children. I better make sure I say that first. Yes, I have a 9-year-old and twins that are 4. I'm super proud of the fact that my 9-year-old understands what a profit and loss statement is. I think that's a very amazing benefit of being the child of an entrepreneur. My parents weren't entrepreneurs, so I think stuff like this is really neat to see through kids' eyes. And I think on my own side, I mean, I've run a number of businesses and I've, you know, sold some businesses, and this is all really good. I think the most exciting thing for me right now is my business that I'm in now. I'm just about a year into after we sold the last business, but this is the first business I haven't had a partner in. I've always had partners in everything I've done. So this is the one where I wake up and I'm like, oh, I made this by myself. And that feels really, really good. And so, I love that.
That's super cool.
Yeah.
So what is your advice to younger girls out there, especially those who want a career in like the entrepreneurship profession?
Do the work. Always just do the work. We're going to have our neon sign here soon that says doing the work works. Because I think a lot of the times people think like, I have a vision, I have a dream, I have an idea. That's cool, but those things float around everywhere. And, you know like what it looks like. You have to actually work constantly, and it's hard. And like a lot of the time you're like, will this ever end? I'll never get through. This problem is too complicated. I can't figure it out. But like, you have to do the work, and you have to do it all the time, and you have to be disciplined about it, and you can't ever be like, no, I don't feel like doing the work now. That's not an option. So I think, you know, whenever people are thinking about, you know, do I want to start a business? Do I want to go into business? I'm always vetting it with them on the front end. Like, you know, how hard are you willing to work for it? It's not about how big your idea is. That, like, everyone has big ideas. That's like, how hard are you willing to work? And not like wastefully, but like efficiently and smartly, and like, you know, how can you, you know, basically build something that's the best way you can build it. But you have to do the boring stuff too, and that's just, you know, a huge piece of it. So
because everything is really just talk until you like put the effort into it.
It's all just a hobby. It's true. Yeah,
okay.
For sure.
Thank you so much for meeting
with
me.
Thank you for coming in.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's so great.